Hi there, my name is Syed. So welcome to the channel. If it is your first time, please like and subscribe, check out other videos. And in this tutorial, I will be showing you on the computer. So let's get on the other side and I'll show you that. Thank you. Hi friends, my name is Syed. This is a part 3 of tutorial SAP SD tutorials. And in this video, we will be learning about SAP sales and distribution. And so this is a part 3. If it is your first time on this channel, please check out other videos and like, subscribe and leave a comment. So let's get to the next slide on this video. So we in the previous part 2 series of the SAP SD learning lesson, we have learned about SAP system landscape, what is system landscape is, and so what is consist of that. So in short, system landscape is three main systems out there. For example, development, quality and production. Development, where you do develop things. Also you might have sandbox, separate server as well. And in quality, where you do testing and do quality, final quality check and before we go live. So this system landscape used in many different projects, and so that is essential. Before the project start, the system landscape is set up and it's ready to go. And we also looked at SAP S4 HANA video. So I have shared a video of SAP S4 HANA. What is SAP S4 HANA, how it works. So we looked at what is SAP S4 HANA and how S4 HANA works. There's a separate video I have shared. I have shared a video about SAP database. What is SAP database and non-SAP database. In general, what is database is and how it works. So maybe if you have understanding, if you already know, you can skip that. If you do not know, I will highly recommend to check out this. In this video, I also shared about what is table is and what is field is and how it is, everything is connected into the one database and how it will affect you. In later on video, you can understand this, where we do some functional spec designing and other things. It is essential to understand database and tables and fields and all. So that is very good video. So we looked at SAP GUI T codes and T codes tips. We also created inquiry in the system, VA11, VA12, VA13, how to create, how to change VA12 and how to display. And also we have created the quotation in the system, where we have shown that what is an inquiry process and why are we creating inquiry, and how we create this in the SAP system, what are the required fields are, and what are the essential things in there, and then the inquiry header and item. We have shown this in the previous videos as an end user perspective, so we can understand why are we doing this transaction. So from that standpoint, so let's get to the next. What do you think about the animations? And I just put this in slides. So what I will highly recommend, start off with SAP free certification. You must start today, I would say, and start getting this. If it is free, why not? And I have a complete video on that, how to start and how to complete this, all the tips and tricks on this. So YouTube link will be in the description below. I will highly recommend check this out. So now the next slide, it is about how to get into SAP fast. I have created the whole video with all tips in there. I will highly recommend to check that video as well. YouTube link will be in the description below. So most of the learning, I think, is broken into the additional these videos, where you can pick up your skills and learn from that. And so let's understand that what is SAP R3 and SAP S4 HANA. So you will have a complete understanding of this based on this video, you will find the YouTube link in the description below. If you already know SAP R3 and SAP S4 HANA, that is fine. You don't have to watch that. But if you are new and if you want to learn about that, very quick video, 4 minutes video long, 4 minutes long video. So check this video out. So in this today video, we will be looking at how to create a customer in the system, how to take a look at it, and I will open the inquiry and show this the perspective I have shown last time, and SAP Material Master. So we will take a look at both today. So let's get on to the system demo. So all right, so the SAP SD book, that I have used this as a basis of this course. And okay, so let's take a look at this in the system right now. So let's check out from the application standpoint. If I go to the logistics, now if you see this, what does that mean is I have let the system logged onto the system a long time. I have to log back in there in the system. So let me just log back in there. Okay, so that is ID. This is a password, and now I'm logged onto the system. So let's take a look at the logistics. I'm going to go to the sales and distribution and master data. So in master data, I can see business partner is one. I can drop down to this where I can see. So in master data, I can see sales prospect, customer, contact person, sales partner, and so on and so forth. So this is all the master data we have in sales and distribution. And so let's take a look at the customer. So I can see there are multiple different transactions available for the customer to create, to change, to display. So we see there are two sets of transaction available, VD01 and XD01. Okay, so when we see VD01, it says sales and distribution. When we see XD01, it says complete. So customer have some different level of creation levels where we can create the complete customer, or we can create the customer on the side of a sales and distribution side. So this is the R3 system that we are looking at. We will take a look at business partner as well to understand how customer master is created. I also have some videos on those as well, where we can take a look at those maybe in upcoming video about S4 HANA customer. But for this video right now, we will take a look at what is the difference between VD01 and XD01. So let's take a look. When we want to create a customer with VD01, what happened and what happened with XD01. So if I double click on VD01, I can see from that right away that I'm seeing customer, account group, and sales area. So now I can see this is from the creation of standpoint of creating from VD01. If I click on XD01, now this is XD01 is complete. I can see customer, company code, and sales area data. So that is a perspective of when we take a look at create a customer from the side of customer, company code, as this is a complete customer that we are creating. So difference between VD01 and XD01 is company code. So company code is not there when we create from sales side. When we create from the complete standpoint, then we have company code and customer and sales area, all of this in one. So let me go back up here and show this. So this is a creation VD01 XD01, and to change VD02 XD02, I'm just going to close that, and this is display. Also we have some additional transaction VD05, and those we will take a look at later on standpoint. Right now we are just going to create one customer, and I'm just selecting this to show the one customer that we can create. So in this screen we can see this is something called account group, customer, company code, and sales area. So account group is SAP way of defining that what type of customer it is. For example, if I drop down, I can see sold to party is and then payer, bill to party, and so other partner function, ship to party is there as well. So other type of account groups are there. So for example, if you want to create another pair, we can select 003. If I want to just create a simple customer, and so with all the areas, so that is a default 0001. I'm seeing this because I have enabled it. If I do not see this, I can take a look at sold to party is showing up here. It's a SAP default account group. You might have some different as per your company, and you might define differently. And so when we configure customer master where we set up the account group, then we can see this. So here we're not going to put a customer number because system is going to select that. Company code, we are going to select this, so I'm just going to put 1000. Sales organization, I'm just going to select SAP standard distribution channel 12 and 00. I can also do copy from the reference. I can have existing customer where I can copy all the fields which are required, but for now I'm just going to select continue. And so this is SAP general data, which is says create customer general data. So SAP have that when we are trying to create a customer, we looked at SAP have, when we do xt01, customer have customer, company code, and sales organization data. So here we can see this is general data. So here we can see in this screen customer. So company code is separate area and sales area is separate area in the customer. So what do I mean by that? We can take a look at this. So this is sales area, this is sales area, and the company code data, and customer, this is customer. So 3 different areas in customer, and within those area we have additional sub points in that. So I would highly recommend that I have another video on customer master simplification and also mind map where you can take a look at this. I might just bring up right now to just explain this maybe much more further. So let me just bring this right now. So here is a mind map of customer master. We can see customer master have 3 different areas: general data, sales area data, and company code data. So that we were looking at up here. So general data, I'm just going to expand this to just explain much more. So general data have address, control data, all of these are tabs, and within those tabs you will have additional information. Sales area data will have those tabs, and company code data will have those tabs in there. So by looking at this customer master, you can understand it faster and understand it easier. So this is called mind mapping, and check out my other video on mind mapping where you can understand complex subjects and easier. By looking at this this you might not understand it, you might be struggle with that. So but by looking at mind map, it's easier to understand. So now we are creating a customer master. So I'm just going to enter the name of the customer name 1, for example. I'm just going to put customer as a search term. So now we can select title up here, that what we are creating a company, we are creating a person, or whatever the title is, we can select. Also I can do this drop down menu where I can see additional information will show up, but right now system is saying I have to enter all of these entries first, required entries, then I can move forward. So let me just enter some of the required entry, then we can move forward. So Anaheim is a required city. I'm just going to put right now bare minimum, so we can take a look at the other requirements. So if I press enter, so now how do I know what are the required fields and what are not? So for example, let me just go back up here, and as you can see, this field is left empty. It means it's optional, and this field having a checkbox in there with which means this is required. I have to enter this in, otherwise system will not allow me to do other transaction or things. So I'm just going to do this right now. And so as we can see, this expansion of this, we can have name 2, name 3, named. So additional lines are available for to enter longer name into the name name area. So I'm just going to close this right now. That's we have search term up here, and we have house name, and I can put a street, for example, main South Street 1234, postal code 92805, and region is the state basically. So I'm just going to put CA. So this is all the required fields I have. I can put PO box address up here, PO box number, postal code, and if I scroll down I can see more language. I can put telephone number, fax. All of these are additional information. You don't have to learn all of those. Basically, what you need to do is create a customer as per that requirement, that what are the required fields and what we have to use. This is basically ready to go form. So in a customer general data, we have all of these tabs. We don't have to understand everything, but as per the requirement, we need to see what field go there and what we can define. As an end user, they might already have training on this, how to create a customer and what are the required fields and what they need to do. So I'm just going to just take a look at control data. Control data have some of the information about if this customer is also a vendor. You can connect this up here, and we can see this is have a text number. You can put this up here, and there are many different fields are out there. We are not going to learn everything. We are just we are just going to learn what is important. And what is one more tip about that in SAP, if you do not understand, what you can do is you can hover over the one of the field, and you can press F1 on your keyboard. So by clicking on F1, you can see this information is coming, that it says company ID for trading partner. Company ID is standard for the whole group. So this is the information about this, and I can click further on this, and it will show more about this field. So every field have some information. You can do F1 on that, and you don't have to remember. There are hundreds and hundreds of fields available in any different SAP screens and many screens. So you might have to be worried about what is important, what is essential. It's good to know, but most of the times are the bare minimum that you have to learn, and you need to get by what is important and take a look at this. And by looking at, we can make a just general understanding, and sometimes it have functionality that might be affecting other areas. So for example, account control is there. This is for related to account reference data area. So that field, that the title tell us that what is going on in this up here. Tax information is related to tax, so this is legal related. We have VAT registration number, tax jurisdiction, so that is all important for the tax perspective. So by looking at this, you can understand this, and you can do F1 on these fields. So payment transaction, again you have this bank key and account number. So this is an IBAN number. So this is bank related information, your payment related information, marketing, and so there's Nelson ID, customer class, industry. So you can define all of this if you have this information, and if you have requirement for this. So you can do regional market as per the customer, and hierarchy assignment, unloading point, and export data and contact person. So I will not go to detail on everything. I'm just not going to overwhelm you with this everything up here, just to show you just how to create customers simply. So this is a general data where we put name and address. I'm just going to go to the company code data, which is next. So company code data is that we are creating this customer for which company code. So what is company code? Company code is a legal entity that we are creating this customer for. For example, our company exists in US. This company code will be relevant as per the US, and Canada might have different company codes. So customer for US might have different company code and different account assignment to do their transactions, so they can keep track, and for the accounting and for the tax purposes and for the legal purposes, we have separate books for this customer. And for the Canada standpoint, we might have separate reconciliation account for the accounting purposes. So that is what is it, and that's why we have this company code data basically. So I'm just going to go to the sales area data, which is relevant for sales. And also the sales area is consists of sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So that is unique to the as per the company code, and that is area assigned to the company code as well. So we will learn about this when we do setup for the enterprise structure, and we will understand in detail. But for now, just to see how we are creating this customer. So here we can see sales district, sales office, all of this information related to sales order. We have pricing statistics related information, and shipping related information. So as we can see, other fields are optional, but you can see shipping condition is selected. So I have to select as a standard shipping, so which is 002. And when I press enter, we can see this information is showing up here on the right hand side. When you select information and press enter, you can see this on the right hand side. We can see order combination is checked off. It means that you can combine orders for the delivery. So this is a shipment related information. We can see partial deliveries are allowed or not allowed. What is the number of partial delivery should be done. So this is all that logistics related information. The company have their own policy, and the customer how they want to do it. So that is all related to this. Billing related information, we can see invoicing date, rebate, pricing term. All of this information control the billing related information for the customer. And then there's a document and the partner function. So what partner function customer have? So right now we are looking at is showing the number is internal. On top is internal because we have not saved the customer, and that why internal number is assigned is not completely created. So as soon as I click on save, then we can see that number is assigned to the customer. So let's click on save. And so we just have created the customer number on the bottom of the screen on the left hand side. Let me just double click, make it bigger. Okay, it's not opening because this window is open right now. So it is showing 000030 in the end. So customer 30 has been created. So I'm just going to click on this glass icon to display. So as we can see that I have just created this customer in display mode. So any given time we can see customer, the main partner functions are for any customer is sold to party, and bill to party, payer, and ship to party. Any customer might have multiple ship to parties where they can ship goods. Payer is where they have their payment information that also can be multiple or one. And also for bill to party is also stay multiple, and the only thing is stay unique is sold to party, because that is defining that what type of customer it is, and how the partner function might have multiple bill to party, payer, and ship to, but sold to always stay the unique, so we can keep track of all the transaction against that customer and see. So that is sales area data we just have created. And if I go back to general data, so we are in display mode. And how do we know? Because when we take a look at on top, it shows display. And also if I can see, this is called change to display to change mode. I can click on F5 as well. So I'm just going to select that. So now it is a screen, instead of just showing just grayed out every field. Now the fields are available for the changes, and we can also see a status on the top of it. It says change customer. So that's how we know that we can change a customer. So we can change any information if we want to. And so I just did it by just clicking this button up here. But if I want to change a customer, how do I do it from the main screen? So let me just go back out of it. And so let me go into the change mode, XD02. So now this information is automatically copied and auto populated because I have just saved it, and so that's how it's coming in there. So I'm just going to select because this is our customer, and everything stays the same. Just going into the change mode. Now that's how we go into the change mode by XD02. And we can select any of these fields, and I can make a change. I can go to the company code data and make change, and sales area data and make changes in there in different tabs that are available. So let me just bring some of the highlights and some of the information that is important for any customer creation shipping. A shipping condition is essential to define what type of shipping we are doing for that customer. Delivery priority, we can select that. And delivering plant, what plant is this goods are shipping from, so that is essential. And the billing document, we can okay, so now one more thing, in configuration we can set this up for to have customize that will required become a required field. So but right now it is not, because it's a standard system. And so as per the business requirement we can set this up. So if I go to the billing document, what is important is Incoterm and terms of payment. If we define that, is automatically copying this information into the uh, sales order or any transaction that is relevant for this. Credit control area, if we define what type of credit we are assigning this, that we can define this. And taxes, we define what tax code we are defining as per the this customer creation standpoint. So that is there. And partner functions are there. We can also have additional partner functions assigned to this customer, and that would be relevant to the customer that we have created. So I will conclude this right now with how we create customer master, how we make changes. And so I'm just going to do the screen arrow back. So we are back to the initial screen. So let me just close this. So that's how we create customer master. So let me just go ahead and start with creating a material master. To create material master, the T code is MM01, and here we can see that it's automatically populated because some of the fields I have selected. So I just have selected mechanical and material type. What type of material it has is this. For example, there are different types of material in the system. If we have a trading good, it's HAWA, HAWA, and if it is a finished good, it is FERT. So let's take a look at that finished product, FERT. So there's material type, sector, and copying from. So I can copy a material in the system into the new material that I want like to create. So if I can say a material MAT1234, I would like to create this material number in the system. Because it's not system do not automatically pick this number, I am entering this number to be created. So I'm just choosing MAT1234. Let me press enter. Now system is asking me as an end user what area that select views I would like to create this material under. So I can select all by clicking this icon up here. This is unselect all, deselect all. This is for select all. So I'm just telling system that I would like to create a material with all of the views which are available under this material type. So it is showing me basic data 1, basic data 2, classification, sales organization data 1, sales organization data 2, general data plan. So these are all the areas are available in the system. I'm just selecting them all, and I'm selecting this continue. And so copy from, and to copy to, that I would like to copy from. So plant level, that this material is created under this plant, and sales organization under 1010. So what I'm telling system that whatever the values are entered in this area, I would like to copy into this area as well, and I would like to create in the same area of that application for material master. So material was created in 1000, I would like to create it for the new material to be created in the same plant, distribution channel, and division. So I'm just going to select this, continue. So now since this material was named as pump precision 100, I can change it to material mat 1234 1234, and additional text you can enter this in there. So whatever the description you would like to enter, you can enter this in, and the rest of the information is automatically copied into the system based on the previous material. So this is a basic data 1 tab. In this tab you can see material master different controls which is are basically shared across in different areas. Basic data 2, that is there as well. Classification, and this is a classification has been set up in the material. So I'm not going to go into great detail on this. I'm just going to the just show high level information appear. Sales org, so this is sales relevant view of the customer master. What is the base unit of measure? So let me just go to general data up here. From here I can also jump into the different area of the material master. Basic data 1. So we can see this general data base unit of measure is pieces. We can put them in each and different unit of measure. We can be selected. We can select different sales unit as well. Is showing that the delivering plant is 1000, material group and division is 01. So this is already been selected automatically because we copied the material. And so let me go to the basic data 1, maintain text classification. System is giving error that I have to maintain some text classification. So I will click on drop down menu, and it's saying no tax, full tax, half tax. So this is self-explanatory if this material is taxable or not. I'm just going to select one, press enter, and now we are going into the basic data 1. So now I am in the basic data 1, and we can see this base unit of measure is coming from here, and if I make changes up here, it will make changes into the sales org data, sales org 1 view as well. So that is that will make a difference. If you make changes to the basic data 1 and 2, it will apply to the rest of the area into the material master and move for the most part. So that is what is it. And general item category group is NORM. This is SAP standard to be used for the sales related activities. It will impact what kind of sales will be impacted based on that. So, and the gross weight, net weight, volume, that is all coming into that, and size and dimension is also coming into this. So let me go to the sales org 1 again. So here we have text data, general data related to sales. Let me go to sales org 2 view. This item category group is coming up here from general item category group, coming from the first view we looked at, and the item category group for the sales relevant. So that can be different from the general data if we make a change up here. Sales general plant. So this is a general data for relevant for the plant that we are creating this material for. We can put sales text in there that will copy into the sales order, inquiry, quotation, and rest of these areas are in different area: MRP1, MRP2, MRP3. So I'm just going to simplify it right now just to show this how material is created in the system. I'm just going to save this right now. And commodity code 85291011 does not exist in the country India. So let's go to the foreign trade, and this commodity code, I'm just going to delete this for now and try to save it again. And now material has been created. So if anything is missing into the material master, if it is required, just like customer master, if we do not enter required field, and if the data is not matching up as per the setup of the material master we have set up in the system, it will give error, and we just simply have to go and change the value of that field, and then we can proceed forward. So that is the check and balance already exist in the system, and then we can customize it. So as an end user, the end user will be using this, and they might have some issue, they might not understand it, they might not have training, but the job of a consultant to provide them a training and make sure that these errors are already in the understanding of users. So let me just go into the display mode. I can go by click on material and click on display. If I want to make a change, I can do change immediately, or I can go to the /NMM03 to display material. And since I just created this material, MAT1234 is automatically copying this. I'm just going to press enter. Now we just have created this material, and the selected views are showing in there. I'm just going to select all and continue. select the plant 1000, sales org 1010, select this. So now we are in display material MAT1234. So that is that material we have just created, and it is not the complete material we have selected, because you see now views are less in this, because we did not clicked on all the views and completed the creation of this material master. Just for the just for the sake of it, to show this how material is created in this video, I just have created the material to have some perspective how users are handling this. So we do not have to understand every little thing in this, because for example, the sales related views are relevant for the sales maybe sales consultant, and other views are relevant for the different team members. They have some inputs in that from different teams. So that is the integrated area, that integration point happening in different views of a material master. Just like in customer master, we have company code data view, which is relevant for finance team to put their inputs in and give a reconciliation account. Just like that, in a material master, other fields are in the integration of different team members, finance, material management, and SD or PP team to give their inputs to have this setup and define how users are going to get trained on, and what required field they have to have, and what fields they need to finish before they completing and creating this material master. So that is the feel of the how to create a material master. Let me just go into the one more transaction mm02 just to show how to go into the change mode. I'm just going to press enter, select I can select either only few views as well, so I'm just going to select these two just to show. So now I am in change mode of material master, and so that's how I can make changes into the material master. If I make changes up here, or different field value, if I want to increase the weight up here for example, so it just took it, and I can click on save, and I just saved this. On the bottom of the screen you can see material MAT1234 changed. So that's how we make changes, and that's how we can create material master, and that's how we can display into the system. And remember, if anytime you want to understand one field, you can select that field and click on F1. So that is a tip of this today's video, and also that whatever we have learned. So please check out the other videos I have mentioned in the video. I'll put the links of those videos in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you very much.